Hello all, this is a video that applies to all of the CR Lawrence sheets. We're going to be going over the database glass bar and manipulating the RFQ to put in a secondary glass type and to clarify rakes or a cutout by using the glass RFQ format painter. We're also introducing reset glass RFQ. This is simply making this go back to equaling the values over here. And also you can write in whatever you want. Obviously realizing that this is separate than the values over here. So resetting will make it apples to apples. 718.6 and polish is the same. So what we're going to be doing is for this one right here, this is going to be a privacy glass. So for A and C, we have tempered, half-inch clear tempered. And then for this one, we're just going to add the secondary and show how this reacts, as well as this being populated. So this cell will populate if there's any value in here. You can write it in yourself, or you can make it equal. See how it populated there? Or you can make it equal something over here. So this whole run is going to be spandrel. So 291.7. That value is drawn from here, retaining the same subtotal value of square footage. And obviously it applies the cost here. So the way you clarify this is you come over, format painter, and B privacy. So that is telling the estimator on the other end that this is to be the secondary glass, which is half-inch tempered spandrel. So if you're not clarifying anything, you would use this to print what I just highlighted. If you are clarifying, you would use this to print this. Okay. I had screwed up a previous video and it should look like this. These are drop downs. Now I didn't make them as they should look typically with the double border because it makes it look funky, and when it's printed out it doesn't look good. So be aware that these are drop downs and you can put in whatever you want here, and this is left for putting in a quantity. All right. Okay, so that is establishing the secondary. So now we are still apples to apples here. For the next one, we're going to say that this is just one run at 100 and there's two of them at 50. So one of these is going to be a rake. So the easiest way to do it here is just put in one rake. You know, one of these pieces of glass out of the two is to be cut irregular. So the question is, how do you figure this over here? Well, you can go you can say 1 at 50 and double it. And what that'll do is kind of screw up your base shoe measurement for the optimization. But that is a way to do it by plugging it in there. And then format painter, C rake, clarifying what it means by this light is to have a rake. To put it back, you can come over here and just write in C rake and say 1, 1, 50, 58. So this is demonstrating that these values will react to whatever you put in here. And it all kind of turns out the same. That would be the better way to do it. So this is basically the same situation. It's just applying the one rake at $13.20, which you could adjust once you get the actual quote by going over here and adjusting this. So that's just demonstrating little like different ways to figure something. Say this one you need one hole per light. You would say we'll apply it to this one, just to show that this is going to be a total of 20 because there's a quantity of 20, but you're telling the estimator that this first one is to have one hole for each one. So this is a drop down. This is a drop down. You can write whatever you want here. This is reserved for quantity for another cutout. This is a, you know, whatever you want it to be, a shape or a cutout or whatever. So that is how you do it. And if you want to kind of start over, you can just do reset. Everything goes back to the way it was. And that is how you use the RFQ. I also have reset CRL quantities. I'm sorry, reset CRL RFQ. You can write whatever you want in here. You know, put 6 and reset it. We'll put it back to where it should be. So that is the introduction to reset glass RFQ and being able to adjust this independent of this. Thank you very much.